Hey guys, Felicia Hatcher here in New York City, one of my favorite cities. So today, as part of the How to Become an Epic Expert course, we're going to talk about info products, right? So most of the course is around increasing your speaking career as well as creating like a physical book or an ebook. But there's so much genius that you have like in your head that you can turn into products that you can monetize and become very profitable for you. And so info products, like what does that mean? What does that look like? So essentially info products, and the best info products are something we call evergreen products. And it's not overly complicated to create or do, but it's essentially either almost looking at it as like an ebook and putting like whatever this is or whatever you're excited about, whatever you want to share into the world, writing that down and putting that in the form of a PDF that you can share as an ebook or a download on your website or in your social media platform that also looks like content that you can create with a number of different peer kind of sharing platforms for knowledge sharing and info product sharing, right? That can be creating a course, whether that's a physical course that you do in your city, at a co-working space, at an office, at a church, at a restaurant, you name it, one of your events. But then that also looks like online, using platforms like udemy.com, like teachable.com. Teachery is another one. Kajabi Next is the platform that we currently are hosting a bunch of our courses on. Or you can create that as on a WordPress site with the password protected, right? So as people buy from either PayPal or Stripe or Square or whatever online platform you use to take your payments, Gumroad is another one that allows you to do that. As you take your payments, you can actually unlock a section on your site if you want to house everything on your site. And so people are able to experience what you're teaching. Why I like info products. So I started off, some of the first info products that I sold was actually in the gourmet pop business. So many of you know that I was the chief popsicle of Feverish Gourmet Pops in Miami, along with my husband, the company that I founded. And I had all this information and all these resources as we were putting things together in order to explore licensing and franchise opportunities with the brand that we built. And after we got out of our partnership and we sold our company, and I had all this stuff, all this intellectual property, all these things that I had created around the processes and how to market. I said, hey, let me build out a site, let me put this online, and let me sell this as a course to anyone that wants to learn how to start a pop business that may not necessarily be interested in a franchise, but also knowing that there's really no resources that exist for people that want to go into the pop business. This course, right, How to Become an Epic Expert, is an info product that I created. So understanding like how I went through the process of personal branding myself, branding the companies that we created, my brand experience with working with other major corporations, all of that information that I know I was able to turn into a product. And so I could have turned that into a physical book and people would still get a lot of value out of that. But I was like, let me turn that into a course so people get it right away. They're able to go at their own pace. I'm putting videos together as you see. There's a workbook. There's also written content. And then there's some audio content. And so your info products that you create can take a number of shapes, right? That could be putting your headphones on, getting on your phone, turning on voice recorder, and recording a few essentially podcasts, right? That are privately held that people would have to pay in order to get access to. It could be creating workbooks for people to be able to ask questions. You ask questions, they answer the questions. It helps them kind of create a strategic plan for what they're doing. But it can also be goal setting, right? Goal setting, journals. These are all info products or what we call low content products. You're starting to see a lot of that, right? And so you have all these possibilities, all these platforms online that allow you to create your info product and be able to monetize. Another thing that what I really love about info products is, especially if you're housing them online, is they're pretty low cost to create. So if you are creatively inclined and you can build them out yourself, either using Pages on Apple, using Word on a regular PC, I think Canva is fantastic. If you're not creatively inclined or you don't want to do it yourself because your time and energy can be better spent, then another option that you can use is using Fiverr.com, creating an outline of what you want it to include, what words you want it to include, what images, and having someone put that together, and you guys put that as a PDF and then host it on an online platform like Gumroad, or in a teachable, like Teachery or Teachable online platform for people to able to go through it, and it's self-guided. Or you can set it up where every week a new session is released, so people are getting bite-sized parts of what they need as a part of your course over the course of a few weeks or a course of a few months. Upwork is another tool that I absolutely love as a way to find freelancers to be able to work on your products for you, build out your presentations, build out your deck, essentially build out your course. But I love video. I think video is really easy, and then having things that complement the video, right? So you are getting this component, and then you have the workbook that's a part of this info product and this course that allows you to get the information that you need and then turn that into actionable steps with the questions that you answer in the workbook. So guys, we went over a lot. We talked about video, we talked about audio, we talked about workbooks, we talked about physical books, we talked about ebooks. We talked about the courses that you can create and put them online. We talked about some of the platforms that you can use to house this and then be able to sell them for money, right? And the last thing that I want to talk about is info products are, because they're low cost, they are a great gift to give away to people. So if you're putting that through your funnel, this is a great, easy way for people to, hey, download the top 10 steps to increasing your brand epicness, right? They get that free download. Maybe it's a few pages of your overall package that you're actually looking to sell them, but that's a great way to get people in. Another thing that I love, and I give this away all the time, is when I'm booking a speaking engagement and the person they're on the cusp a little bit, they haven't fully committed, I send them a free download so that they can better understand the value that I can bring to their audience and how I can make them look good, right? And so that's something else that you can create as a free download to people when you are trying to close the deal. It's a really great option. It's easy for you to send. It's electronic. Make sure that it visually looks amazing. So the content inside looks amazing so that it really shows the potential of what you're able to create, but also positions you as an expert in that field so that you can close the deal. So guys, I have given you a ton of gems in order to create epic content, understand a little bit more about info products and what their potential is and how that can catapult your brand, but most importantly, the money that you can make with these instant downloads. Again, I love them because it's not a physical book, right? Where I not only am creating it, but then I also have to pay for printing and then have all these random boxes of books in my home waiting to be shipped out, or CreateSpace that's doing print on demand. Once you create these products, they live on forever and they can make you money forever without having to do anything to them again. And that's what we call in the industry evergreen products, right? They once you create it, it lives on. And if you want to revamp it over the years or over the months as you want to add free content, you're more than welcome to do so. But once you create these courses, they should be making you money for a long time. Once you create the info products, they should be making you money for a long time. But guys, you have to box up your genius. It's all in here. I know you have it. And now you have all the tools that you need in order to get them out into the world and start monetizing your skills and putting your gifts out to the world. All right, see you in the next video.